posted. Gotta keep it posted. Gotta keep it posted. We got Mocha posted with the poster. Bring it to know you're ready, posted with the poster. We can tell when you're ready, From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
Look, you know we poppin', just name a topic. Posted up like a palm tree in the tropic. Rozzy on the beat, make you wanna come and see. Mo to the C, radio to TV. You know she putting in work like she clocked in. Celebrity guest, never guess who gon' drop in. Television's best like a S on the chest. Who's next? Say less, cause you rockin' with the best.
Mocha, posted with the poster. Bring it to know you're ready, posted with the poster. We can tell when you're ready, From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
Hey, shout out to my brother from another mother, Rozzy. He just signed with King Records. I might be saying it wrong, but congratulations to him. I'm super excited and super happy for him. That's a dope move. You know what? I have this thing where it's like I can always prophesize other people's life and all the good stuff happening in their life, but I can't do it for myself. Like, I don't care how many affirmations I do, it just don't even be working out in my favor. But anyway, you guys, it's your girl Mo Clark with the poster. We back in the building. I got a special guest in the building. Super excited to have him here with me. Such an honor. No, I'm just kidding. But such an honor. Well, the crazy thing is we're friends in real life.
Yeah,
so
real life.
We are friends in real life. And we've been friends for what?
2015-ish.
What is that? Is that 6 years? 5 years? 6 years? 7 years? Yeah. That our we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our initial meeting later. So we have this thing that I do called Moments with Mo. I don't know if you've ever seen the show. I'm sure you have, because I used to send you links all the time.
Ma'am.
So we have Moments with Mo, and I have to give a disclaimer. Now, I know that you don't know anybody in these slides. I know that.
Okay.
However,
Thank you for that.
if you do,
Yeah.
please feel free to refrain from commenting on any of the stories. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This week has been totally crazy, insane. And you guys know in media journalism, we cannot always report good times, unfortunately. But that's how crazy it's been this week. So let's get into our first Moments with Mo. JoJo, give it to me. So our first story, I have no idea who it is, but JoJo's going to surprise me. It's going to be like a little Jack in a box. Boop.
All right.
Oh, that's what I used to call Jack. That's so funny.
It is.
I did. All right, so our first story is Raven Jackson. So Raven Jackson, she was a popular influencer on Instagram. She had about 313K followers. Like I said, she was an influencer on top of having her own brand. She did fitness routines. She did a lot of things. Beautiful young lady.
She is.
She was.
Okay.
She was. Her boyfriend is rapper 600 Breezy or 900 Breezy or 600K Breezy. It's something about a 6 and some zeros in there. And unfortunately, Raven committed suicide a few days ago. Now, yeah. JoJo says allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
But social media is going insane. And not for the reason that we would think. You would think that a lot of people are sending their, RIPs, prayers to the family, all of these things. So while that is happening, on top of that happening, you have the boyfriend, 600 Breezy. It's insane because I don't understand why people do this. But as soon as it happened, he instantly makes a tribute post to her. And it's written as though he's talking to her, but she's dead. How is she going to read it? I don't know. But he's like, oh my God, why did you do this to me? You left me like this. I left home, but I would have came back. And it's this long, drawn out, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, you got people commenting saying, hey, you didn't treat her that good while she was here. Or, hey, why don't you talk about your 3 kids that you abandoned? And I'm like, wait a minute, this is went left. But Raven suffered from depression and other mental health issues. And I want to talk about that. But the crazy thing is, now 600 Breezy's baby's mama has jumped in. Her name's Queen K. She's jumped in. So now there's this big social media beef going on across Instagram and Twitter. I don't think nobody uses Facebook but me. But
what does she have to say, though? What does she have to say?
The Queen's K chick is upset because she feels like the rapper is using Raven's death for clout.
Yeah, I can see that.
She's saying that he does not care anything about mental health because he left her with not 1 baby, not 2 babies, but 3 because she had triplets. Wow. She has also posted a clip of him saying, literally, and I quote, fuck them kids. He really did say it. He said he was tired of her. He said all kinds of stuff. So now they're going back and forth. They're doing tweets. They're doing this. Raven's cousin has gotten involved. She's like, why 600 is posting the last text messages from Raven, and the cousin is like, oh my God, are those really her last messages, or did she do this
Either
before?
way, that should be private.
It is. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, why would you do... I don't understand the world we live in where when somebody dies, it's like a fight to see who knew the person the most. That shit is insane to me. Like, somebody will die, and the person will be like, man, we was just together last night. Well, why you ain't dead too? Like, how together was y'all last night? Like, this is insane. And it should be about her. It should be about, drawing awareness to mental health, because people don't realize that is really real. Like, she was very popular and she was very pretty, and you would look at her stuff on social media and I'm sure some would think, what she got to be unhappy about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not how it works, though. Depression lives in different ways. I mean, you don't have to see it to believe somebody has it or not. And when it affects them, it affects them. It comes in, like myself, I'm psychothematic. I don't share that a lot. It's a form of bipolar, but first level. So I don't need medication. I do smoke. At any rate,
that is your medication.
Yeah, but at any rate, I don't have issues like some. Mine is more so mood changes. I do depression every now and again, but my key to depression for me is to try and build up so many happy memories. So when I found myself down or whatnot, I can base my time on those happy memories. Yeah. And also the fact that I want to be excited about the future too. So that tends to help every now and again. But I'm definitely not suicidal. I'm way more homicidal than suicidal, but I have neither tendency right now. So
not right now.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Well, on top of that, I think a lot of people don't understand. Nobody knows what this young lady was going through. Like, they think just because you're pretty or you're attractive that men won't mistreat you. We had this conversation, though. But they think that men won't mistreat you, and they don't understand. It doesn't matter whether you're pretty, you're ugly, you're a male, you're a female. It doesn't matter. People can be mean, regardless. You could be the most popular girl, but to somebody else, there's always somebody more popular.
And in her case, I think people are trying to take opportunity to just not necessarily clout chase, but be relevant.
Absolutely.
Because more folks going to jump in. Another cousin going to pop in. An uncle might even pop in. So everybody's seeing what's going on. They're going to want to have their own response to it and try to just be relevant. It has nothing to do with any of them. It should be between her family, him if he gave a damn. And he needs to now. He got 3 kids. So how's that going to play out?
Well, it was... The 3 kids are by another female.
Oh, okay.
They're by the baby mama. He just, I just want to send my thoughts and prayers to Raven's family, because, I think we have to do something. Like, somebody has to do something, because depression is real, mental illness is real, and I think a lot of people shy away from talking to therapists and getting help because people try to make you feel like you're crazy.
Yeah.
When that might not be why you're going. You're not crazy. You just...
Exactly. There's
You know
a
what I'm
stigma
saying?
attached to it, and it is that crazy stigma.
Absolutely.
And also
Sometimes
the
them
fact-
emotions get hard. They be too... Your emotions and your thought. You ever went to sleep and you have so much on your mind that
You
your
can't
brain
see it.
just don't stop working.
Right.
It's like the wheels just keep turning that you can't relax.
Mhm.
See, people
All the
don't
time.
get that. So...
All the time.
Definitely send our prayers to her family. JoJo, who next? Liza Fletcher. Have you seen this story? This story is
No
beyond...
idea.
You haven't seen this story? Okay, so this story is beyond me. Okay, so Mrs. Fletcher, she went missing last week, I believe. Or was it Monday? What day? What's today?
Today's
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay, so she went missing last week. She went out on a jog. This was in Memphis. She went out on a jog at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, some people are saying it's still dark, but you know, Memphis is like an hour or two behind us. I think it's an hour. So it would have been 5 hour time, so it would have been starting to get light outside.
Yeah.
But she does this all the time. She does it every day. She takes her daily run at 4 a.m. When she didn't come home by 7 a.m., her husband reported her missing. So then they start pulling surveillance cameras. JoJo, bring that picture up for me one more time. So this picture of her in the shorts, the purple shorts, that was the last photo captured of her. But they captured a lot on this image. So she's running. A black GMC truck pulls up and pulls in front of her. And as she runs past the truck, they snatch her up. Now, there was a struggle. There was a hell of a struggle. They identified the suspect. His name Cleotha, something like that. It's crazy. They identified him because she was fighting her attacker so hard that he lost his shoes at the scene. He left behind a pair of Champion slides, which contained DNA. Now, DNA is crazy, right? Because back in the olden days when DNA first came out, the only way to identify somebody is if they had been in jail or something before,
Right.
and their DNA was on file. Well, now there's other ways, but that is still a pretty big thing. Now, this Cleophas or Cleotha or whatever his name is, they arrested him before they found her. Now, the crazy thing is, this man has been accused of kidnapping and rape and attempted murder, I believe, before. He has gone to jail and served time and got out, and they put him back on the street.
Okay.
Now, Liza is deceased. They did find her body behind an abandoned house about 7 miles away from where she was last seen at. You know, obviously you have to say alleged suspect because he hasn't been convicted yet. But, you know,
We get the gist of it.
all signs are pointing towards him.
Oh, yeah.
So tomorrow, nationwide, people are going to start running at 4 a.m. I believe the event is listed somewhere on Facebook. They're calling it Liza's Last Run or Liza's Run, where they're going to start running at 4 a.m. and they're going to finish her run for her.
Okay.
I hate the stigmatism that we have about the whole when a white woman go missing or whatever the case may be. But the thing is, her husband, we also got to pay attention to other sides. Her husband realized that after 4 hours, she wasn't home. Sometimes when we go missing, people don't even be checking on us. They
Yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying? So you lose the hours there. So definitely want to send our thoughts and prayers to her family. She had 2 small children. She was a junior. I don't know what a junior kindergarten teacher is. I mean, how many levels of kindergarten is it? But yeah, she was a junior kindergarten teacher. So thoughts and prayers go out. They haven't released what her cause of death is. I'm definitely waiting to find that out. I feel like he might not have had intentions on killing her, but that struggle, she must have whooped his ass and pissed him off. That's what I'm thinking. So, sending our thoughts and prayers out to her. JoJo, who next? All right, Jeanette McCurdy. She played on iCarly.
Okay.
Now, that wasn't during my time.
Yeah, I was definitely all grown.
Yeah, we was grown.
Yeah.
But her mom wrote her a text, sent her a text, and just ripped her ass a new one. And basically told her, you know what, hey, you're a disappointment to us. I disown you. You wasted your time with a sorry-ass man. You know, moving forward, we don't want nothing to do with you, blah, 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 blah. P.S. Send money for a new refrigerator.
That's gangster. The refrigerator, though. The refrigerator.
See, again, mental health situations. Why would your mama talk to you like that? But the crazy thing is, people be thinking just because somebody, your mama, your auntie, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your this, your that, that they're obligated to have respect for you. They should have respect for
Some
you,
of them
but
the worst
they
ones.
just don't.
Yeah.
They are the worst ones.
If they don't have respect for themselves, it's kind of hard to give respect to others. So.
Well, I hope somebody donate a refrigerator. You know what? I would probably send her ass a broke refrigerator.
Yeah.
It'll be new to her. She didn't say what type of new. She just said send money for a new fridge. I would, girl, buy Jeanette, honey, stay prayed up and out the way. JoJo, who next? This the last one. I know it is.
Of course not. Oh, what?
I put their queen has died because we in the United States.
Oh,
we
yeah,
in
she
America.
dead?
Yeah, she did.
Damn.
She 86. I think she was 86.
She's up there.
Queen Elizabeth 96. Okay, Queen Elizabeth II has, as we like to say in the black community, gone on home to glory.
Okay.
She has gone on home to glory, and Prince Charles will now be known as Your Majesty King Charles.
That's a lot to say. I think I like Charles.
I think I like
Chucky.
whatever is clever, you know. She died today. They said she died today. But, you know, a couple of months ago, a blogger had already said she was dead. So they just like, was she already dead and it just took them this long to get this stuff ready? Or did she really just die? Or are they just now saying it? Because, you know, they have a big old thing.
They were not good people, though. If you do this history on...
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah. You learn a lot about how they did us dirty, man.
Yeah.
They were so involved in slave trade and raping Egypt. It's crazy, but yeah.
Everybody's saying give us back
Rest in
our
peace.
gold and all of that. And you know, when Princess Diana was living, she played a part in Diana's death because I believe she had the paparazzi following.
They claimed it was assassination. Yeah.
So, you know, hey, whatever. And y'all know she gave poor Meghan Markle the blues, making her trying to make her wear pantyhose. Girl, who the hell wear pantyhose? Like, what? We might put them, the only time you gonna see black women with pantyhose on is when we put them on our lace front wigs. Hello, goodbye. I ain't never like no damn stockings. You got me tore up. Anyway, that was our last story. I got my guest in the building. He goes by T Cool. I just call him T. Whatever. He's an actor. He's do you do personal training too?
I did. I'm not right now, but I can.
Okay, so you in
Still
this
certified.
acting world.
Another
How
year.
long have you been doing acting?
Acting started for me, we'll say 2019.
Okay, because I know you were doing radio and media at first.
Yeah, I had my own little station. It was pretty dope, called WPPV 105 Live. It stood for We Push Positive Vibes. And every day of the week I had a different genre of music. All the music was clean. I wasn't just trying to reach my people. I was trying to reach the masses with a positive vibe. So,
Love it.
yeah, I loved it when I had it.
Loved it. So now you're into acting, and you're one of those people that can actually say, what they say, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV.
Yeah, I really can, right? And that was one of the coolest roles I ever had, to be honest with you. It's called Emergency. You can check it out on YouTube. Just type in Emergency and the name Jewel Parker. She's a creator. And we're trying to get a season 2 started, but she invested so much money into getting this one done. I mean, she rented out a whole urgent care. So everything you see in this movie, the series, is actually official. All the equipment, from the gurney to the ambulance, everything's official. So that was a very fun project. I actually play a guy called Dr. Michael Wallace, a.k.a. Dr. Love. And if they check the show out, they'll see why, which is a pretty good show.
Lord.
High quality production. I mean, yeah, crystal clear vision. Yeah, they're going to love it.
You've been in a couple of stage plays. You have one coming up. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's a stage play I'm doing now. That's coming up is one we had in production a while back before COVID hit. We're actually going to take it on tour. It's called The Shell of a Man. It's a TLB, Tina Bridges production. She does a lot of things here in Atlanta. She has a TLA agency where she caters to models, actors, anyone over 40. And I just turned 44 this year, and I've been dealing with her for probably 6 years. Thank you. I'm still taking gifts. I'll get in my cash app later. But, yeah, so Tina invited me to be a part of it, and it's a concept she developed by her past dating experiences, how when you're attracted to somebody, it's basically the shell. It can be their car, their cologne, what seems to be intelligent, intellect, whatever it is, and when you finally get to know them, you can see how mushy and bitter they are inside, and it's just not something you want to be a part of. So The Shell of a Man is a pretty dope production. Yeah, 7 guys with 7 different issues. We got a guy that plays alcoholism, the dreamer, molestation. Mine is mental abuse, verbal abuse actually. So I had to do a lot of research to get into that character, learn about narcissistic tendencies and things like that. But I didn't like the character too much at first because I couldn't get it right because I'm such a good guy. I couldn't be just calling my sisters out their name and all that. So it took time to get into it, but I kill it now. It's fun. It's a fun production. And that's coming up on September 25th. You guys can go to Eventbrite and purchase your tickets. It's called The Shell of a Man. It's a pretty interesting play.
So you basically had to, because remember when I played a thug on TV? Like that was like different for me.
Of course it was.
It was kind of different because I hustle, but I ain't hustle like she hustled.
But you used to being prissy, you know.
I'm used to being prissy. So when you did your research, like what type of research went into the role?
A couple
Because a lot of people don't even know. Like they be thinking a narcissist is just one thing. They don't understand. Which I'm not gonna lie. I think all of us have
some kind of tendencies.
Some of those traits, but we ain't full blown. No. So what type of research did you do?
I watched a couple movies. I did a lot of YouTube clips. They've actually got some short films out there of mental abuse and symptoms of mental abuse. So I watched a few of those and just a lot of everything. And then I got to actually, when I'm dealing with the person, right now I have a new wife for this one, but the last wife I had like 7 or 9 shows, she was my wife. So we got an actual bond, and I knew how to, what she was going to say, I knew how to feed off of that. Because keep in mind, it's improv, so it's not scripted, so it's all off the dome. And every show is totally different,
I didn't know that.
Yep, it's improv stage play. I love it. So every time, you can see the show as many times as you want, and you'll never see the same thing. You might hear a couple of the same lines, but they'll never be delivered the same way. You're never in the same blocking. I mean, it's just totally different because you never know what they're going to say and you got to react to it. But yeah, I love it. Again, Eventbrite, The Shell of a Man, that's September 25th. I only have a few tickets left at this point. The only general admission for the movie premiere for When Life Happens. I guess we'll get to that in a moment. But that comes out September 18th, and I'm super excited about that. And that's one of the only reasons she invited me.
Okay, so tell me about it. Tell me about that.
Okay, this dope production comes from my sister JJ.
Okay.
She has No Nickel and Dime production. I'm actually part of the crew now, so I'll be getting some extra checks when I work with those guys. I'm looking forward to it. But she has
secure the bag.
A play called, not a play, I'm sorry, the movie called When Life Happened. It's about a guy whose father died during COVID and left a lot of responsibilities on his shoulder, like having to pay for his dad's funeral, having to try to get his mom and dad's house out of foreclosure, having to make a decision on his mom could stay with him, and then all of a sudden his sister and her 3 kids end up homeless. So it's like the house gets crowded. He makes bad decisions because he got to take care of the family and bury his father. So he links up with the neighborhood money loaner, or a drug dealer, whatever you want to call him. He does it all. He does it all.
I like that. I thought that's what you was going to tell me, but a drug dealer is known as a money lender. Boy, look at how you can change your resume.
Yeah, this guy, he does things for the neighborhood. Like for my case, I needed $5,000, and I had to make my first payment back to him within 3 days.
Yikes.
And he wanted 25% interest on that. So
Yikes.
it's like 20-something hundred. He wanted an astronomical amount he wanted in 3 days, which I obviously didn't have. So they began to threaten my wife, threaten my life, and I had to make some decisions, come up with some money, and it has a really good ending. It's a great movie though. I'm excited to be a part of it. The trailer's out right now on YouTube, so you can go to YouTube, type in When Life Happens, and it'll come up for you. The same thing with the TV show Emergency. As I said, you can go to YouTube, check the trailer out, and watch it there as well. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited about the future. Everything I've done, I've got a friend named Michael Anthony. He always says that what you're currently doing is your next resume. And that's one of the things I've noticed to be true for me. A lot of projects I've been blessed to be a part of. It's kind of like word of mouth. Because my skills don't allow me to be all the places I need for casting and things like that. So everything that's meant for me has been meant for me, and I've enjoyed the whole ride. So I'm excited about what the future holds. So
I be getting mad at you sometimes. I just want to tell you that because we was having a conversation years ago, and you was like, I had just came back from a trip, right? And I came back from that trip, and my damn ceiling started leaking. Remember that?
I remember that. Oh, yeah.
And water was all over my bed. It was on the mattress. It was on the bed frame. All this stuff. And I was like, oh, my God. We should have went on this trip. Like, I was so mad. And I remember you saying, Mo, you know what? You went on the trip, right? I was like, yes. He was like, did you and the girls have a good time? Yes. Okay, live with no regrets. And
That's
I'm
the
like,
important part.
huh?
And Now you
Live
look
with
back
no
at
regrets.
it.
So this is why I
That's
get
what
mad
matters.
at you. I get mad at you because I always hear your voice in my head when, like, I get mad at certain situations. It'd be like, T said live with no regrets. T said live with no regrets. Live with no regrets. But some shit, I be like, bro, nah, T, you gonna have to take that back. I regret this. But I be trying not to because it's like when you're in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my aunt has told me that when I'm happy and I'm in the moment and I'm in the moment happy, there's nothing that nobody can tell me.
No.
So they might as well not even say nothing.
At all.
Because I'm not thinking about nothing else other than
My
that moment.
My peace, my joy,
Yeah,
my
that
happiness.
moment. Yeah. So with you doing all of this acting and being around and seeing so much stuff, have you caught the writer's bug yet?
No.
You haven't.
I got a lot of things in my head, but I haven't actually decided to take time and write. And some of it is life lessons, and some is like, hypotheticals. But I've got some great ideas. I just got to take time to pencil things down. I stay so busy. ATL's Hottest Male Model, as you remember, from 2018 and 2020 as well, nominated again this year. So if you're
Congratulations.
if you're here in Atlanta or not, it's international. You can go to atlhottest.com. Scroll down every link. And whenever you see the word T Cool, just vote for me. I'm nominated for ATL's Hottest Male Actor right now, ATL's Hottest Rising Star, Male Model, and ATL's Hottest Gentleman. So I'm excited about
Let's
winning
talk
something.
about that. Because when I say, T, send me a picture for the flyer.
I said options.
Okay. But most of them, you had your shirt off. Now, this the thing. My daughter, you have kids. You have older kids, right?
Yeah, 23-19.
So, my daughter, there you go. Thanks, JoJo.
I thought it was a good choice.
Good for you. Good for you. You actually, that was on, wasn't that on like a book cover or the stage play or something like that?
Part of the movie.
Okay, the movie.
Posted
So my daughter, when she was in high school, she didn't even want me posting stuff with me being in workout clothes. It didn't matter if I was at the gym or anything like that. So have you had to deal with any backlash from the kids? I know they're older, but as far as you taking the picture with your shirt off, you being a hot male model, you doing all these things. Have your kids weighed in on it at all?
My daughter makes fun every now and again, but not negative. It's just like, good job, old man. I see you, stuff like that. My son really doesn't care.
Right.
But
any comments from your family?
Everybody's just proud of me. They want me to keep doing what I'm doing and keep pushing. They say I'm destined for greatness, which I've already known. I just got to get there. And I want to share something with you guys too. Like she says, no regrets. My motto is though, think what's the best that can happen. No matter what you're going through in life, I want to make sure I leave you with this thought: think what's the best that can happen, because you could always be worse. You can be in somebody else's situation, and don't ever want to be somebody else. Be you. It's enough. Everybody else is out here. Only one you. So think what's the best that can happen. See yourself being victorious in the moment of the situation, and just hope for the best and just fight through it. Just be positive. The mind does a lot, man. You change your mindset to change your life. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight.
Your aunt, she was like, she's a big supporter, right?
Oh, yeah. My Aunt Judy Eccles, shout out to my auntie. Yeah, she's always been behind the scenes, showing up wherever I want to go, pushing me to do things I never thought I could do. Like, that's how I landed into acting, actually. She sent me a casting call for modeling for a fashion show, she thought. And when I stumbled in there, shout out to Darrell Daniels.
I remember those.
And it's called When the Cats Come. And I had no acting skills at all, so he worked with me a little bit and told me I need to be a cross between Denzel and Debo. I said, I don't think Denzel can do that, bro. I'm out. I'm going to appreciate the opportunity. But he's like, nah, you got a posture and something about you the film deserves. And he said, come back in the week, next rehearsal. And they actually wrote me in. So they wrote me into the play as Uncle Tony, which was a pretty dope production, man. We traveled with it, Mississippi and stuff, so yeah, I was happy to be a part of that.
So you're acting and you still, you're working full time as well,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So I know firsthand with us, like, when do you find time to actually study your script and all of that?
While I'm driving Lyft, honestly, whenever I can, at work, any opportunity I get, I just gotta be ready, And I'm kind of like a professional, at least I want to be. So I stay on top of my directors and writers. I'm sure they get mad at me sometimes. Like, is this the final script? Is this the last revision? Because I'm trying to get it down. We start filming next week or in a couple of days sometimes. So, but yeah, it always works out. I've got a great supporting system. I got a great team of people I work with. The cast is awesome. I'll be here all day listing names for these different projects I'm a part of.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sister JJ again by me being a part of her crew. Someone else has heard about that. A lady named Kimberly, I think her name definitely name is Kimberly. I can't remember her last name. But I'm working on a project with them called Until My Last Breath.
Okay.
And I have a role in that as Eric, the big brother. But I'm also getting director's assistance and PA credit as well. So that'll look really good added to my international movie database credits. And, I hope somebody will see that and I get some more monies in other than acting. I can do some other things, which is what it's all about. You want to keep evolving, keep elevating. You want to be stagnant in the same place. I don't want to be like 5 years from now still talking about the same stuff. I want to be able to talk about, tours, sold out shows, new productions coming up, maybe some on the big screen. Yeah, so, yeah.
So before I let you go, I got to ask you this question because you know how it goes from my end.
Okay.
So I got to ask you from your end because I've heard some of your crazy stories too. But when it comes to being in this field and dating, especially with you, because you always taking your shirt and stuff off. So do you ever have the situation where people get, especially when you're acting and you have these different roles, and people can't really tell the difference between your character and Terrence? So how do you deal with that? Like, how do you incorporate dating with what you're doing now?
Well, it's easy. I don't really date, and I definitely don't date within the industry. I started that with the modeling industry because it's like, if you want to be, great or even good or your level of success in modeling, you got to be able to work with people. And this industry is a small circle, so
Makes sense.
Word gets out, you're trying to bang everybody, or you're not a decent person. No one wants to work with you. And I've been fortunate enough that I'm smart. I don't deal with that, so I've constantly gotten blessings, different opportunities for that reason. And now I take it into the acting world. It's the same thing for me. We got fun. I'm a positive guy. I like to crack jokes. I'm a Leo. I may flirt a little bit, but that's the most of me.
I like that.
But yeah, so I actually enjoy the circles I'm involved in, and I enjoy the mindset I have because I have seen people fall off, especially in the modeling world. I mean, I think I started modeling with 2015. So some of the faces I saw then aren't around now, and it's not because of body conditions or health. It's because of bad decisions and being dirtbags.
Yeah,
but
it sucks. I mean, I've done both. I've dated in the industry, outside of the industry, and sometimes when you're dating in the industry, both of you are so busy, you don't have time that the relationship fails.
Because it becomes something you don't want it to be.
Dating outside the industry, you're busy and the relationship fails, or your partner becomes jealous of you. Being in the industry.
That's been your case once or twice, right?
Yeah, that has been my case once or twice. Absolutely. Speaking of, okay, so how we met. How we met. All right, so we were at a random, I don't even know whose event it was. We were at a random.
It was my event.
It was your event?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were at a Feed the Homeless.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what we were doing? Or were there just homeless people there?
No, we were feeding the homeless for sure.
So
they gathered because we could feed them, yeah.
Feed the homeless, right? So T had been following me on Facebook.
Never accepted my friend request.
My bad. My bad, homie.
Yes,
my bad. So I'm with my kids. I'm with my homegirl. And all of a sudden, my ex-boyfriend calls me over. And here's T standing with my ex-boyfriend.
No idea.
Because
not that it mattered, but still no idea.
My ex told you that he was my ex.
Yeah.
And I remember what you...
Yeah, he made sure that was clear. As soon as she walked away, he had to let that know. He went back and grabbed her again. Did he bring you back over there or something? Yeah.
Ew, yuck.
He brought her back over there and
about
tried
bad
to
decisions.
It was very entertaining, yeah. But that was years ago.
I remember you saying, he said it, I ain't believe it. I was like, man, I ain't know it. Yeah, that was one of my bad decisions.
I was blowed, boy. No
that
way.
was one of my bad decisions because prior to you meeting me, I had lost the baby. So when I lost the baby, I was on Percocet and hydrocodone.
So you were smiling pretty hard.
Yeah. So at the time that I met him and I was dating him, I was
out of it.
Yeah. I was, I'm sure he was a great guy for somebody. He just wasn't a great guy for me or to me. So, but you know what? A great, amazing friendship came out of that situation. Yes, so I've been blessed to have you as a friend for 7 years. Thank you.
My pleasure.
For listening to all my craziness.
And talking about support, she's a phenomenal support system, man. Anything I had going on, she would post it, especially at the radio station. Yeah, she posted.
Who knew that I would be doing it? Who knew that you would stop and I would start?
Here we go. Full circle.
I do remember us talking about that, though.
I want to start back again, though. I want it to be like a television show.
You should. It'll be different, I think. But I remember when you had the whole little setup. And I was like, how you do that?
And everything. Yep, we was ready. I had my backdrop, my station logo on it. I had my rug, got a purple carpet. You know what I'm saying? We had to do it raw. It's like we weren't use no red carpet.
Yeah, purple is for royalty.
Yeah, longevity, royalty, riches, and yeah. So I incorporated that into my logo.
Well, I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you found a new passion to, because we didn't talk about this in your future.
No, we didn't.
That was
not. No, it was especially not no modeling. I tell them the backstory. Just go check my page out. I have a half a titty.
I do remember when you started doing the modeling.
I was like, no.
Because I remember you had on some kind of flyaway shirt with some little leather pants. I was like, what's he? What the hell? Who he walking for? Like, what is he doing? But congratulations to you. I'm super excited. I definitely, here I go damn prophesizing. Here you go.
Let's do it.
I already know it's going to happen. I definitely feel like with being around this stuff, you're either going to start writing or directing. I do think
I
that.
get definitely see the directing part of it. Yeah.
I think you'll start doing that only because when you're around it so much and you see how other people do it, you do start getting those ideas and you do start getting
try yourself.
Yeah, you do. So and then with you already, having the skill set, doing the radio and working the technology and stuff behind it, I can definitely see that. So
thank you. I'm proud of you too. Let's not end the show without saying that, and I want you to keep evolving and keep taking your show and everything you're involved in the store, everything to the next level. All right, just we don't set back. If it's a setback, it's a major setup for a comeback. Okay. We're gonna do our best, and this is gonna be our best year yet. It ain't over, so we still got time to make positive progress.
Okay. I try not to make no more bad decisions.
Yeah, no more bad decisions for the next 4 months, 3 months. Yeah.
Ooh, 4 months ain't like a long time not to make no bad decisions.
It's only 3.
Okay, 3?
You can do that.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for stopping by the show. It was fun. Thank you for waiting on me. I was tardy for the party, but I made it. I'm super excited. Tell everybody where they can find your movie and details to the stage play.
Okay, if you guys want to find all that, I got a one-stop spot for you. You go straight to my Instagram. The number's 2, the word cool AP. So it's 2, the number COOLAP. Too Cool app. You'll find everything posted there, even ways to vote for me as well with ATL's Hottest. And everything I'm doing right now, it's all on my page. So show some love, become a new follower. I do follow back, and I show love as well. So
not you follow back.
I mean, I'm not a stalker but I'll follow you back on the page.
And you guys know who it is. It's your girl Mo Clark. You can follow me on IG at Miss Mo Clark. I don't follow. No, I'm just kidding.
She don't follow back.
I don't.
She only accept friend requests rarely. So yeah, I'm amazed she has so many followers.
You ain't never lied. And you know what? You can follow me on IG at Miss Mo Clark. You can also follow me at DaPost. That's DaPostup. And if you want to give Jack an early Christmas present, make sure you follow Status Network and Global Vision TV. And we out.
Keep it posted, gotta keep it posted, gotta keep it posted. We got Mo Clark posted with the poster. We need to know you're ready, We got Mo Clark posted with the poster. We need to know you're ready,
You know we poppin', just name a topic. Posted up like a palm tree in the tropic. Rozzy on the beat, make you wanna come and see. Mo to the C, radio to TV. You know she putting in work like she clocked in. Celebrity guest, never guess who gon' drop in. Television's best like a S on the chest. Who's next? Say less, cause you rockin' with the best.
Mo Clark, posted with the poster. We need to know you're ready.